everyone, what's up? Welcome back to my channel, Koki Creative. My name's Elena and I'm a part of the EA Creator Network. So today we are doing another speed build, and this speed build is of a park, so it's mostly going to be landscaping. As you can see, I'm already starting off using the terrain tool, my favorite thing ever. I'm not saying that sarcastically either. I actually really enjoy using the terrain tool. This was the perfect opportunity to use it a ton. This park is called the Springs National Park. It is in Oasis Springs, hence the name, and it's on the 50 by 50 lot the park is currently on. So this is replacing that park. It is also base game. Yay, I kept it base game. That was a big thing about this build, was that I was going to make sure that I kept it base game. And I am working on a save file. If you have been watching my videos for a while, you know I've been working on a save file, but I actually think I'm going to post it. Yeah, I know, I keep saying that, but I have been crafting my Patreon behind the scenes, trying to figure out how I want that to look, and that is where I'm going to be posting my save file, so keep your eye out for that. Anyway, I don't think I planned out what I wanted this to look like beforehand. I just kind of was going with the flow, which is always really fun. I wanted to have it kind of like hiking trails you could walk around. I'd avoided using any stairs. I wanted everything to be just terrain. I highly suggest to anyone who's feeling nervous about using the terrain tool to just go ahead and do it. It doesn't have to look good. Just keep playing around with it until you kind of figure it out. Because it took me so long. I mean, they had the terrain tool in Sims 1, 2, and 3. It took them a while to get it in Sims 4 because you know how Sims 4 is. When they finally got it, I was nervous. I was excited we finally had it, but I was like, I don't really know what to do with it. I have used the terrain tool in the past, you know, in Sims 2, but I used to just like make giant holes in my backyard and like really, really tall hills, and it never made it look very good. I just kind of wanted to see what the game could do. So yeah, right now I am playtesting. I always make sure that I do that before I start adding all the other stuff around, because it is much harder to move terrain when you have put plants and shrubs and flowers everywhere. It's just much easier to get it ahead of time. And then I used the terrain paint to kind of mark where I saw the sim walk, so that way I knew where to put it. So this isn't like I think I end up like fixing that terrain paint later. That is not like the official terrain paint. And of course I had to use rocks all around the hills. It's like my favorite thing to do when there's a hill. I sometimes try not to do it because I'm like, I'm going to try to do something else today. And then I always end up doing this instead. I am using the tool mod. So if you don't know what the tool mod is, it's by Twisted Mexi. You can get it at twistedmexi.com. And you can also get Better Build by there, which I also highly suggest. If you're looking for this one in the gallery, it is there. I built it last year in like June or July. Yes, I'm always very, very late with uploading these speed builds, but I was in the mood to upload this one and edit this one because let me tell you, Adventure Awaits, the new expansion pack coming out. As of right now, it is not out yet. It's September 17th as of this voiceover. And I am excited about it. I'm looking forward to it. And I'm going to be doing a lot of outdoorsy stuff with that because it comes with like the summer camps / sort of anything you can think of. I guess your imagination is the limit there with what kind of getaway, quote, quote, you want to make. So I do want to make a lot of outdoorsy stuff. I'm definitely going to be making a summer camp. I'm going to be doing that on a 64 by 64 lot because this is a 50 by 50 lot. And I already can tell you I will run out of space. And I try to avoid giant lots sometimes when I'm not feeling it, but I'm ready to tackle one. I say that as I have a current work in progress on a 64 by 64 lot that is a mansion, and I'm putting off and doing this voiceover instead. Usually when I finally get a speed build done, it means I am procrastinating another project, but that's okay because everyone wins eventually. Maybe not on time, but everyone wins eventually. I kept a lot of this in this time. I usually, depending on how big the build is, how long the video is, will edit out a ton of my landscaping just because I'm like, hey, I show you how I move the boulders a couple of times. You get the picture. But because this build, it literally isn't a build. The only build, quote, quote, in this is a bathroom. So I had time to share and show you. One thing that I like to do with the rocks is also resize them so they're not all the same size. I find that gives it a little bit more of a realistic look. Sorry, I haven't done a voiceover in a while, and I'm kind of excited today, and so I'm tripping over my words. Sometimes my brain moves faster than my lips can speak. Sorry, so I trip over it. But what I was trying to say is I like to size the boulders a whole bunch of different sizes so that way it looks a little bit more realistic. I don't like the way you can tell, like in video games, you'll see this, or patterns. You can see the pattern where it repeats itself. So I try to avoid doing that, and that I also rotate it so that way, it won't look like it's a pattern repeating itself. So here I can grab with the tool mod multiple items at once, copy them by toggle active object. That's what's making it green. And then you do, hold on, I have to use my keyboard to remember. It's sort of like one of those muscle memory things. I think you click Control Alt click to copy that item. So if you have Twisted Mexie's tool mod and Better Build By, just know you can copy items like debug items that quick. My gosh, sounds like I'm an ad for Better Build By and tool mod, but it's just something I use so often that it would be weird for me not to talk about, especially right now because I have been at it for a while, just duplicating these rocks and elevating them. It really is like probably the most handy build tool. My next build, okay, maybe not my next build, one of my upcoming builds, I have a plan to make a no mods, no CC, no cheats build, not even move objects on. I want to test myself. I want to see what I can create. I have not done that in years, literally years. Even when I'm playing my personal game and I'm like, let me just quickly put a house together, I will still put on move objects on because I'm like, I just can't stand it when I don't have it. So I'm looking forward to seeing what I can create with that. I want to get back to that expansion pack talking about it. So you can do getaways, summer camps. I'm trying to think of what else I saw from the trailer, but I want to have a lot of community lots with this upcoming pack. I have done a lot of homes recently, and I want to get back into doing more community lots. I feel like they're the builds I end up playing with the most. Like I made an ice skating rink a couple of like a year, 2 years ago. My goodness. And I play in that all the time. I take my dates there. I take my family there. I even have groups meet up there. It's just a really useful thing to make. As a player, I will end up using all the community lots that I make, trust me. So I am going to dedicate more of my time to that. I mean, obviously after I finish the mansion. But after I finish the mansion and whatever builds I do for the new expansion pack, the high school is next. The high school, which is totally different than this park lot, but it will be quite a project. I have been putting it off for a while. I'm expecting I'm going to spend at least 40 hours on that build, at least. And I want to only use high school years, which is going to be, I'm going to hate myself. Like not even halfway through, like 20% of the way through, I'm going to be like, oh my God, I wish I could use other packs. And I will be tempted, but I will not, because I will also regret if I give in and use another pack, because I try to do limited pack builds as often as I can. All right, now let me talk a little bit again about what I'm doing now that I'm doing something a little different. I am now doing exactly what I did with the rocks, but with these bushes. They are from Debug. I like these bushes. I feel like they have a lot of height to them. I like to put them in rocks also because I just feel like they add a very overgrown grassy look, something that looks not manicured and a little bit more real. In a way that I like to just move things around really quick. Again, with tool mod, I just like copy them and just click and paste them places, resize them. So that way I feel like I have endless amounts of shrubbery that I can play with, even though it's all technically the same plant. By resizing and rotating it, it kind of feels like I have a different plant also. This is where I'm seeing like the build actually come together too. There's always a point in my building process, and I don't think I ever haven't had this point where I'm like, I don't think this looks good. I do not like the way it's looking. And this build, luckily, because it's a park and it's landscaping, I was able to get over that hump pretty quickly. The mansion I'm currently working on, I am hating the facade right now. I am just not loving it. So I need to get past that. I just posted today on the 17th, work in progress post since it's Wednesday, work in progress Wednesday. And it's of the build I'm working on. And part of me is like, oh my God, should I even post it? It's so ugly, the facade. And then people are so nice. And just obviously, I didn't tell people I was feeling insecure about my facade, but it was nice getting compliments and saying they can't wait to see more. So I'm not going to bulldoze it. I mean, I'm already like 4 or 5 hours into this build, so I'm not going to bulldoze it anyway, but I'm in too deep at that point. You know how it is. So are you guys, I'm going to be talking to you, the crowd now, the 100 people that might watch this if I'm lucky. Are you guys looking forward to the new expansion pack? I need to know. I feel like we've gotten so many expansion packs this year, and that's something I would have never thought I would complain about. And I wouldn't say I'm complaining, but it's more of like, hey, I think I would have really liked a game pack here instead, or like a stuff pack. I'm fine with that. Matter of fact, I'm fine. Stuff and game packs are some of my favorites, actually. I love werewolves. Realm of Magic is my like go-to. I use it all the time. And paranormal stuff. That one kitchen one with the pizza oven and Crystal Creations. I just think they do such a great job with stuff in game packs that it feels weird that they've been going for so many expansion packs. The last game pack we had was like, I want to say werewolves, but that doesn't sound right. That's really old. That was back like before I moved twice. Like that was a while ago. And the last stuff pack we had was Crystal Creations, which was over a year ago. I'm pretty sure. I might be wrong, but it was a while ago. But we just had an expansion. Like, I'm still learning Enchanted by Nature and Life and Death. So, whatever. Let me talk more about this build. So this is the pergola. Is that the right word? Just a place you can sit in to eat and grill and take shelter from any weather that comes in. So obviously I had to put one of those, put some picnic benches. I also put the grills nearby so that way your sim can grill some stuff. This is a great spot if your Sims are throwing a party and they need a reception space. And before I get too far, I just want to mention, if you want to support me, you can use my creator code KokiCreative at checkout when buying any Sims pack. If you don't want to use my code and you have another creator that you really like and support, make sure you can check to see if they have a code and you can use theirs at checkout. It's very much appreciated and free for you to do. So anyway, let me get back to this build. I'm working on the grill area now, and I added a couple of grills so that way multiple people can go and cook. I just want to take a moment to appreciate Oasis Springs. It has been in our lives since 2014. That is 11 years. That's 11 years Oasis Springs has been in our lives. And it's still one of my favorite worlds, neighborhoods. I don't know. Okay, let me put a pin in that real quick. I don't know which you all say. Do you say worlds or neighborhood? Because I use them interchangeably. I know they do say, oh, this is the new world that comes with this pack, but it feels like they're more like neighborhoods since you can kind of travel in between them. So I've been using the word neighborhood more, but yeah, so just that's a question. Which one do you say, world or neighborhood? Do you use them both? But let me go back to Oasis Springs. It is a great world. It is large. They don't make many maps that big. They made Windenburg and we're like, that's as big as we're gonna make it. It's all downhill from here. I mean, all the worlds are beautiful. Neighborhoods. Okay, I'm doing it again. All of them are beautiful. Don't get me wrong. I like them all for each of their own like things. There aren't any that I'm like, I do not like that one. I mean, I rarely play in Forgotten Hollow because it's just so dark. That's the only reason why I don't play in that one. But all of them have their own like personalities, and I think that's cool. But I just kind of wish they were sometimes a little bit more like customizable. I was just playing The Sims 2, and I forgot how customizable the worlds / neighborhoods are. Ugh, okay, so let me get back to this. I just built the bathrooms and, well, the bathroom, the one toilet. I was maybe going to use one of those like pre-made toilets, but I thought building one that looked kind of like a cabin would be a nice touch. Kind of matches with the like little sitting area, the little barbecue sitting area that I made, so matches the style. Then I was trying to figure out where to put all the items I wanted to put. So I definitely wanted like a kid's jungle gym, some chess tables, monkey bars, and a wedding arch. I wanted all those things. I could not fit all of them, but I'll get to that later because yeah, I did run out of space. But anyway, here's a tiny little pond. I just thought it would look nice. Also, for those of you who don't know, the Oasis Springs Park lot is where you can have access to the Forgotten Grotto. If your sim has mastered the handiness skill, they can go to this like little mine shaft opening and they can follow a little prompt. And if you guess each one right, they can go into the Forgotten Grotto. There's a lot of really good fishing there. And it's also pretty, like the lighting's kind of cool. I mean, it's not as pretty as Sylvan Glade, the hidden world that's in Willow Creek that has like this very pretty pink lighting. But the bummer that you can't live there. You can visit there as many times as you want, but you can't actually live there. I have built houses on those lots and you can kind of like squat there, but you can't actually like live there. I mean, the thing is you can squat indefinitely. But if your sim goes to work or goes anywhere, they're going to automatically then respawn at their home lot. So you can just like have like a plain lot and not even have a house there and just like go squat at your Sylvan Glade, Forgotten Grotto, 6 a.m. world, all the other hidden worlds. But right now I am touching up a lot of the landscaping / the terrain paint and adding and moving around the different flowers and bushes and items. It's pretty much just quality assurance. I do it with every single build I ever make. I go around before I'm going to upload when I believe everything is done and I just kind of touch up everything and make sure I cross my T's and dot my I's. But I still miss things all the time. The other day I thought I completely forgot a bathroom in one of my builds, but I did actually include one, but I was like, how did I miss something so massive? But then I thought about in Get Famous, Judith Ward's house. If you didn't know this, it doesn't have a toilet. There's like tubs and stuff, but she doesn't have a toilet, so I thought that was kind of funny. I think they recently did an update where they added one back in. But anyway, I do have a pond. I originally make a pond, but then I decided to replace the pond that I made with one that I found in Debug. I just liked the way it looked better. I'll show you that later. But right now I'm working on the inside of the bathroom, the toilet. And I kept it very basic on the inside, but I still wanted it to look kind of nice, have a little spacious. I didn't just want to throw a toilet and a sink in there and call it good. Bathrooms are such underrated rooms. Justice for toilets. I personally like building bathrooms. I don't know, they're fun to decorate. So this is the pond, and this is where I replace it with the debug pond. And you know what? I actually really like how this turned out. Thank you so much for watching today. I really appreciate it. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, leave me a comment, let me know what you think. But other than that, I hope you all have a great day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!